All right, now Anna's sleeping, so I don't know if I could get this in or not. Because she's sleeping. She's very sensitive to people debating, debating or even talking. So I'm gonna have to, if I don't get it finished today, I could get it finished, when I go out later today or tomorrow. I'll see if I could go out and get this done. First of all, you have to understand that Romanito and Kathy didn't even go to my wedding. They weren't at the wedding, so nobody can bitch and want to complain that Angelo didn't go to the wedding. If Kathy and Romanito were alive, right? I think so, right? They didn't go to my wedding. Roshi went to my wedding. Papa Mama, so-called, went to my wedding. All the kids of Rizzo went to the wedding. My kids weren't born yet. The godparents went. Some other people went. They went. Where was Romel? Where was Romanito? Where was Gilbert? Where was I think Risker went, but Mary went. I mean, so where was everybody else? So you can't bitch and whine and complain that I didn't go to my brother-in-law's wedding. He doesn't even act like a brother-in-law anyway. My sister-in-law, they don't act like family. If they didn't go to mine, they listen. They didn't go to my wedding. You have to understand that. So if I don't go to their wedding, how can somebody bitch and whine and complain I didn't go to their wedding if they didn't go to mine? Now, another thing. You have to understand. Oh, and there goes my baby again. So I might have to put this, before the. She just fell asleep. I think it's a bad idea to talk now because she just fell asleep. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just gonna put this as a short part 2, and make sure tomorrow I go out and express myself freely without any interruption, without nobody, bitching and wanting to complain. Okay. I'll try to spit this out. Maybe I could do a part 2.5 or part 3 outside. But listen, I don't mind that Riza went to her brother's wedding. Riza's the one who cleaned Romanito's diapers. You understand what I'm saying? Romanito is a I mean, he was born when Riza was like I don't know, like maybe when Riza was 10 years old, she was cooking for Romanito already. You understand what I'm saying? You can understand that these people, more times than not, let's just put it like that, never acted like a family. More times than not. At least these past, let's say, 3 years, they haven't acted like a family. They acted like one in the beginning stage. Oh, the American is coming, I'm marrying my sister, blah, blah, blah. And so everybody showed up at the airport. And if I go to the airport right now, coming back from New York, you think that somebody's gonna be there from the family? Ain't nobody gonna be there. Ain't nobody gonna be at the airport. Maybe another family will be there. You know what I'm talking about, right? By the way, somebody could say, well, maybe you're jealous of Romanito. Maybe you want a Kathy for yourself. Look at my face, man. Look at my face. I can tell you honestly that there's some things that I respect of Kathy. But this idea, that, just in case somebody brings it up, because, I'm a trained debater, so I think, I'm like my mother was, she passed away. We think deeply before it comes out. Before anybody opens up their big damn mouth, you understand what I'm saying? And utters these freaking things. Let me tell you something. I always respected Kathy. Kathy, she's out there. She knows this. I never made a hit on Kathy. I never disrespected Kathy at all. I never touched her inappropriately. I never spoke to her inappropriately. I never said nothing that will even suggest that thought. And she's right there. She's getting married today. She can tell you. It's not because of this that I'm because of this notion that, oh well, I want a Kathy for myself. Man, go to hell. Listen, Kathy has some nice qualities, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be wanting somebody because they're clean or something like that, or they take care of my daughter. So what? They don't mean nothing. Meaning, they don't mean to something for it to be on that level for me to like that person. I'm a married person. I'm a married person. I'm not saying these things because I'm jealous or because of this. This has nothing to do with it. Look at my face. Look at my face. Look at it. I mean, I will tell you right now, if I felt like that, I will tell you right now because I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. If I felt like that, I will tell you right now, oh yeah, well, I want a Kathy for myself. That's not the issue. The issue, I'm saying these things because Kathy and Romanito are hypocrites. They have sex for 7 years or 8 years or whatever the case may be, or close to 10. And the thing is that now they get married. And by the way, now, at least when she says my husband, this and this and this and this, he's really the husband. Kathy had a bad habit of calling Romanito a husband when he wasn't even married to her. That was a bad habit. This is a very bad habit here in the Philippines. That people say, oh, you know, my husband this, and then they're not even a husband. They didn't make no promises. They didn't sign no papers. They don't have any rings. Whatever the case may be. Not that I have my ring. It was lost at the beach. That tells you everything that what God thinks about our marriage. You know what I'm saying? That the water just took it out. But, so that's another thing. You have to understand that Romanito and Kathy, you know, since they're not Christian people, they don't have the mind of Christ. They can't say to each other, let's go to Riza's and Angelo's house to talk to them to see what's going on. They could bitch and whine and complain. We'll do something about it. Gilbert, he could bitch and whine and complain all he wants to that Riza came back to me. But when he fights with his wife, does he go back to his wife? Does she go back to him? Don't give me this freaking hypocrisy. So-called mama and papa, they bitch and whine and complain, and they've been fighting for almost 40 years, and they always go back to each other, and then they bitch and whine and complain that Riza came back to me. You understand what I'm saying? You bitch and whine and complain about things that you do. That's stinking hypocrisy. That's just the deal. And good luck with your marriage. If you think, and the thing, and I was asking Riza today before she left, I was asking, hon, is Romanito gonna be a seaman? Yeah, next year. Come on, man. Come on. I heard this before. You know, apprentice for 3 years, seaman for 3 years, or there's a hope of this, there's an application being made, and nothing comes out. I mean, I made a store for Riza, and then Kathy was helping out in the store, cooking this wonderful chicken and stuff like that, and then she gets sick. That's probably an excuse that she got sick. She didn't get paid fast enough. That's what it was. And then she tells Riza, I'm sick, and then everything goes to hell in a handbasket because Kathy can't cook. Then I say, well, Riza, why don't you send somebody to cook? You know, and so we don't lose the business. No, Kathy can't come, so we can't do. Come on, man. So if I give you a store in Bogo, and Kathy is your assistant, and a real store I'm talking about, what are you gonna close the store? See, this is the thing that the Riza never finishes what she starts. She never finishes. I make a store over here, she doesn't finish. I make a store over there. Mama bitches, whines, and complains about something, then we have to leave. Then we close over there. She never finishes anything she starts. Never, ever. Never. And then she bitches and whines and complains that she doesn't have. Well, she don't finish what she starts. But Kathy and Romanito are hypocritical. And again, man, you don't name your children Prince Israel and Zechariah when you're not Christian people. You don't even know what it stands for. And your son is not the Prince of Israel, man. Jesus Christ, our Lord, is the Prince of... There's only one Prince of Israel, and that's Jesus. Not Prince Israel, a little tiny runny-nosed kid. He's not the Messiah. He might be the Antichrist, if anything. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility that he's the Antichrist more than he'd be the Prince of Israel. He's not the Prince of Israel. That the title is reserved for Jesus alone. But Kathy and Romanito, they want their children to be something that they're not. And they want their children to be something that Kathy and Romanito is never going to be. So they give them these stupid titles, these stupid, you know, I'm sorry, not stupid titles. I'm not saying that the names are stupid in themselves. But the idea, they come up with these stupid ideas of giving, okay, their sons these lofty titles that are biblical. That's what I'm trying to say. like Queenie and then all this other stuff. It's just garbage. The queen of what? The queen of the store over there? It's ridiculous. So, listen, I hope that it lasts and stuff like that. But if it doesn't last, I'm telling you, she's stuck because she's dirt poor. She can't afford a separation, 150,000 peso. And Romanito, he could be a seaman all he wants to. Maybe he'll be able to if he's a seaman, he'll be able to afford a separation. But you know, let's see when they're married. When you make promises to each other, like me and Riza made promises to each other. Let me see what kind of toll that takes on them. You call me up and see. You understand what I'm saying? But this idea that I think something of Kathy, I don't think nothing of Kathy, man. I will tell you right now. Risa knows me. I will tell you something right now. If I thought of Kathy, I say, yeah, no, I like her. Yeah, no, she's, no, hell no. Because she cleans, so what? That don't do nothing. Because she can't take care of my baby. I'm running out of things. That's about it. She's not a Christian. She doesn't love the Bible. She doesn't love the Lord. So why would I even think of somebody like that? You know what I mean? Now, Risa was different because she pretended to like the things that I sent to her, the biblical studies and stuff like that, and give me a thumbs up and stuff like that, and she said that she was a Christian on her page and blah blah blah. She said that she was what do you call it, like self-employed, which means basically that you're not employed at all. Self-employed means you're not employed. I mean, self-employed. Come on, man. I'm no self-employed. I've been here for 5 years. She ain't no self. I mean, she works and makes her beats and stuff like that sometimes, but she's not self-employed. Self-employed is like when you're on a computer working or something like whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And be good, girl, my love. Be good, daddy's here, my love. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I wish them. I can't say I wish them luck because I don't like luck. I wish them blessing. I hope that they could become Christian people and serve the Lord without hypocrisy, because it's been hypocritical these last 7 years, last 8 years. I have to say 7 or 8 because I've been here for 5, and they've been, having sex with each other for 5 years when I'm here, without being married. And then the 2 or 3 that were together or whatever, they're only in their 20s. It's not like they're 30. You know what I'm saying? So somebody said to me, "Are you gonna go to the wedding?" No, I mean, and then she says, "Well, they're bad." The person I spoke to, the brothers are bad. And you know something? I didn't even put them down that much. I could have said that they were bad. They're awful. They're awful brothers. But I didn't even say that in front of them. They're awful brothers, brother-in-laws. Awful. Risker's awful. Fighting with listen. I told Romanito one day, I'll cut Risker's hand off. Okay. If he ever touches my wife again while she's pregnant with my child, I'll cut his hand off. I'll cut it off. And he looked at me like this, like, what, really? Like, what? What, you gonna cut the hand off my brother? I said, listen, if your brother touches my wife again, I'll cut his hand off. Because he was fighting with my wife while my wife was pregnant with Anna, and that's what started the whole ball of wax with her condition and Papa smoking in the house when she was pregnant with Anna and stuff like that. So that's why Anna is the way she is, most likely. I can't prove it, but it doesn't help you fighting with your brother and you have a belly with a baby in it. It doesn't help things. It couldn't have helped the baby. It only could have hurt. Could have. I can't prove it though. This is what I had to deal with all the brothers. I had a fight with Romel. I had a fight with Risker. Gilbert was overseas, so I didn't fight him. And then Romanito was going to have a fight with him, but he was scared. Somebody had to hold him back. Why didn't you attack me when nobody was holding you back? Why didn't you attack me? Why somebody had to hold you back? Nah, you knew somebody was going to hold you back, so that's why you launched at me and stuff like that. Somebody was holding you back because they knew you was going to get your head knocked off, by me and stuff like that. I'm just saying. You understand what I'm saying? They had to hold you back because they knew that this American was going to knock your block off. Romanito's like this skinny and stuff like that. That's why he couldn't be a police officer, because he couldn't cut it. I have police officers in my family. You understand what I'm saying? He couldn't train. He couldn't do what it takes to be a police officer. So he failed again. But if that's what Kathy wants, to marry a failure that can't support his kids and always has to be asking for stuff and blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Listen, everybody needs help. But when Riza ask for help, I'm not the one asking. I don't go to Romel and Risker and everybody else and ask them for money. That's Risa's business if she wants to ask for this and this and this and this. You understand what I mean? And by the way, I said, Risa, you know something? In America, the couple works. They both have to make income. It's not like I have all the income and I've already been there and done that. You know, I have my sort of retirement, if you want. You understand what I'm saying? So, Risa, get your ass off the bed and work. You want this, you want that, you don't have this, you don't have that. Get your ass up and work. That's all. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. Get your ass up and work. And now she's making her beads and this and that and all this other stuff and all this mumbo jumbo and going for 3 hours and doing this and going for 4 hours and doing that. I mean, yeah, it's about time. Then you have your money for your gas, and you have your money for your sugar, and you have your money for your oil, and you have money for that. You want me to do everything? See, that's what. And when I tell Risa that, I'm the one that's wrong. And then Romanito and Risker and Romel and Gilbert, they don't give a damn what Risa does. That's another thing. They don't give two hoots in hell what Risa does. They don't give a damn. Risa could shoot somebody in cold blood with a smoking gun in her hand, and they'll hide the body. That's what they'll do. They're not going to call the police. They'll hide the body. And she can have a smoking gun with the smoke coming off like this. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, she can have the pistol right in her hand. The body right on the floor, and nobody in the pedal is going to give a damn. I'm just saying. I have to go to my baby soon. I'm just saying. And so their job as a brother, okay, or a sister, meaning Ruchi, is to tell Risa when she's wrong. Is to come over here and have some guts, come over here to this house and say, you know something, Angelo and Risa, what's going on? Let me hear the both sides. Like my brother used to do. Let me hear the both sides. There's always two sides to every story. Okay, Angelo, let me hear your side. I'm here. He never does that. But then he thinks he has the right to bitch and whine and complain. She's moody because she's about to go to sleep again. I made her milk, so I'm gonna give her the milk now. She bitches and whines and complain. I mean they bitch and whine and complain about me, but they don't say a reason when she's wrong. So what? She's perfect all the time? She's right all the time? So if she's right all the time, then why are you bitching and whining and complaining and she came back to me? So she's right there. So then she can't be right. If she's right, she can't be wrong if she's right all the time. So why you bitching and whining and complaining that she should return back to me? It's none of your damn business if she came back. Your business is to come over here and speak to issues and stuff like that and let Rita do her decision what she wants to do. Just like I don't bitch and whine and complain when Kathy has a fight with Romanito or when Mama has a fight with Rebecca or whatever the case may be. They're always bitching and whining. Mama and Papa are always fighting. And they're always returning back. And then they're bitching and whining and complaining because Risa returned back to me. I don't give a damn anyway. I'll tell you right now, I mean, she could stay in the house over there and I don't care. I don't. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. She's over there half of the time anyway. What the hell? I don't care. I'll tell you what my plan is next year. God willing, I'm going to make that plan. That's not changing. Just because we have a couple of good weeks. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to make milk for my baby, because she's a special child. So, I mean, she just woke up right now. But this is very critical. This is a very critical video. Or I wouldn't even waste my time posting a video like this. Romanito's and Kathy's marriage is hypocritical. It's hypocrisy. They don't even know how to give good advice to a married couple and then getting married themselves. They don't even know how to come over here and give advice to a married couple, me and Risa. How the hell are they going to have a good marriage and they don't even know what the hell to do? When they have an argument, when they have a fight, let's see if Romanito says, oh, you're leaving me? Well, why should she stay with you? If you're saying that Risa should leave me, why should Kathy stay with you in the future? Ah, you see that? Why should she stay with you? If you're telling Risa that she should leave me, so why should Kathy stay with you when you bitch and whine and complain about Kathy one day? When she bitches and whines and complain about you being a seaman and sleeping with everybody, right? When you sleep with everybody, in every dock as a seaman, and she bitches and whines and she finds out about it and she wants to leave you, let's see if you agree that she should. You see? Let's see. I'm just saying. You can't bitch and whine and complain. You have to be consistent. You can't say, oh, Risa should leave Angelo because this and this and this. And then you're going to be sleeping with every woman on every dock, because that's what the seamen do. I don't give a damn who your seaman husband is. If he's not a Christian person, you know he already slept with one or two people. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who your husband is. You know that he slept with somebody already overseas. Come on, man. You stupid? We think. Come on. You mean when they have Shirley, when they have a break and then they are on shore, okay? And then everybody sleeps with people and stuff like that. Your husband is not going to be along for the ride. Come on, man. You're just an idiot. You don't even know what the hell is going on. That's why Kathy doesn't even want Romanito to be a seaman. I asked her one day, you want your husband to be a seaman? She said no. Why? They make good money, because she knows that they're unfaithful. And then when they have all this bitching, whining, and arguing and complaining and stuff like that, you know, then they're going to see that it's not so easy, married life. You know, oh, you know something, maybe a reason, Angelo, that's why they were fighting, because now I understand what it is to be a married person, that you have responsibilities. Risa can't do whatever the hell she wants to do. She can't act the way she wants to be in the house. She made promises to me and stuff like that. Just like Kathy is going to make promises to you today, boy. Or that they probably did already. You understand what I'm saying? They made promises to each other. That's different than being a boyfriend and girlfriend, man. Boyfriend and girlfriend is for school. That's school stuff. That's garbage. That's high school prom garbage, man. Risa made promises to me. I made promises to Risa. You understand what I'm saying? Promises that we have to keep. But since she broke those promises, our marriage is already annulled in God's eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the unfaithfulness of Risa. That's why I'm gonna get the separation when I get the money. When I put the money in the bank, have my $150,000, I'm gonna go to Atiana and say, let's get things done. Either let's get a house or let's get a separation, or whatever comes first. Because it has to happen. Risa's a wreck. She's a wreck physically, and she didn't tell me anything about it. And this idea that you're gonna be unfaithful, or you're talking about being unfaithful, it's the same thing in God's eyes. Even if you don't do it, if you think about it and you speak it, you're just as guilty. You're just as guilty. You don't have to perform the act of adultery to commit adultery. Whosoever looketh upon a woman to lust after her has committed adultery in his heart, said Jesus. You don't actually have to sleep with somebody to commit adultery. You can just talk about it. You can just think about it, and you're guilty as charged. So when Romanito and Kathy are, you know, in their whatever, in their honeymoon, and after that, you know, is down to earth, and then they bitch and whine and complain because, hey, you made promises to me, and you made promises to me, and you ain't keeping. Okay, let's see how easy it is. Because now Romanito's not your boyfriend; he's your husband now. And now Kathy is not your girlfriend, she's your wife. That's a different thing. That's something that you didn't know about. You understand what I'm saying? Why shouldn't the family say, well, why don't you leave Kathy? Let's see if they open up their big freaking mouths and say the same thing they said about Risa and me, that Risa should leave me. Why don't they say the same thing about Kathy in the future when Kathy do something wrong to Romanito, or when Romanito does something to Kathy? Or what about the other family over there of Kathy? Why don't they? Are they gonna say, why don't you leave? What you doing with Romanito? What you doing with him? Why don't you leave him? He was unfaithful as a seaman. So why don't you leave him? And what are you going to say? Oh, don't leave me, don't leave me. Why? You wanted Risa to leave me. Why shouldn't Kathy leave you? Because of the unfaithfulness in your seaman voyage to the bottom of the sea. You understand what I'm saying? It's freaking hypocrisy. You can't have your sex and eat it too at the same time. You can't have your cake and eat it too at the same time and say, well, you know, Romanito was saying that it was mad because Risa didn't leave me. She came back. And all those times that Kathy went back to him. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's freaking hypocrisy. And that's why, man, I wouldn't go to that wedding if they were dropping money out of the sky or little tiny parachutes. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go. If they had $1 million in each parachute coming down, and I could have a whole bunch of millions of dollars, I wouldn't go. I swear to God, I wouldn't go. I mean, if I was literally walking on money, okay, at the wedding, I wouldn't go. For what? They been in the last like 3 years or whatever the case may be, a freaking disaster when it comes to me and my marriage. But I have to go now. I have to go. So that's what I think about Kathy and Romanito's wedding. Listen, Kathy, you want to marry a failure? I'm telling you right now, he's gonna double cross you. He's gonna stab you right in the back. He's gonna sleep with somebody after he gets out of the boat and shore leave as a seaman. He's gonna have sex with somebody right behind your back. You want somebody like that? Go ahead. This is your brother-in-law talking, and I'm not your uncle, by the way. This idea that, like